Hey, what's up, YouTube? How's everybody doing? Hope everybody's having a wonderful day. Let's get into it. My trending topics is gonna be 5 minutes straight, quick, get to the point. No BS, just get to the point. All right. Now, the hashtag Call Me Caitlyn has been trending over the past couple of days, and it's because obviously the entertainer, sports phenomenon, Mr. Jenner, has turned himself into Caitlyn Jenner. Okay, so he was born a man, but now he's become a woman, and everybody's going crazy. Not because of him being transgender, because he's not the first transgender male out there. It's because she looks rather very nice, because I'm not gonna lie to you. All right. I would have not known that this was a woman, a man. As you can see, I'm confused too. All right. So you're following people. I wouldn't have known that this image of a woman was once a man. She looks very nice. Okay, it was just an wonderful cover, and I'm like, because it was on my timeline, and I'm there looking, and I'm like, okay, who's this new celebrity that's blowing up the hemisphere right now? Then I'm like, wow, is that Bruce? Man, and it's a little strange. Okay, so I don't. It's just strange. You know what I'm saying? Because for people like me who watch the Kardashians, okay, knows that it's a little strange for everybody involved, because people like me, yes, and I've warned all my YouTubers, like, you could check my old video. I continue to tell you that the Kardashians are going to continue to win, and there's nothing that you could do to stop them. It is what it is, right? Good. Moving on. So, for people like me who love to watch the Kardashians every now and again, it was a pleasure to see Bruce, because you have all of this estrogen inside the house, all of these women, and Bruce is the guy that you like to watch. Okay? Personally, I don't rock too much with Scott Disick. There's that dude is a little crazy, so I don't rock with him too much. It is what it is, right? So Bruce was my man. And it was just so strange, when he comes out, oh, I've had all these feelings and I'm gonna turn into a woman. It was like, whoa, can you believe this? Is this even for real? And it is what it is, because I can't say anything personally about the situation, because I'm not him. I'm not there. I don't know what he's been living, through all of his life. He's been married 3 times, and, I don't know. I don't know all that he's been through. So I can't comment on his ups and his downs. It's just, for me, it's a little strange, and it is what it is. So I hope that this brings him peace of mind. This brings him happiness. He could live out his true life, whatever that is for him, which is becoming a woman. And I wish his family the very best, because let it be clear, it doesn't matter how much, the quote unquote internet people are commenting and saying, oh, Bruce looks good, blah, blah, blah. Bruce has 2 children, okay, with Kris Jenner. And it doesn't matter how much people are tweeting and talking, oh, blah, 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 Bruce looks good, Caitlyn Jenner looks good, whatever it doesn't really matter. These 2 kids are hurting. Okay, I don't care what nobody says, because I could remember I was discussing it with my wife yesterday. Growing up as a child, okay, my father was my idol. Period. Okay? I love the way he looked. I love the way he talked. I love the way he dressed. It's like I wanted to be him completely. Like I thought like my dad was like the most good looking, the most beautiful, the most awesome person in the world growing up as a child. So now imagine my dad coming to me one day and telling me, Troy, all my life, I felt like if I was a woman. That would be devastating to me because, number one, I'm gonna lose the person that I loved. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be very strange. So, Father's Day is coming up. What do we do for Father's Day for Caitlyn Jenner? There's so much stuff. It's like, if you guys are following me along, it's a very complicated conversation. And 5 minutes of video could never, unravel the depths of all of the issues that's going on. So I wish the Jenner clan, the Kardashian clan, the very best. For all the people that's watching this, just remember that this stuff that I'm talking about is fun, but you have real bills to pay, you have real families to take care of, so don't let it take up too much of your time. Okay? At the end of the day, Caitlyn Jenner, Bruce Jenner is a very rich man, and he's gonna be okay. She's gonna be okay. Okay, moving on. Recently, there was an incident where an NYPD officer was charged with grand theft. Reason being is this. This is probably one of the most disgusting cases that I've ever heard of. This is just like, whoa. This is public distress. Now, police officers responded to a call of a dead individual in the Upper West Side, I think, or the Upper East Side. Now, the police officer that was on the scene, I think it was a he or she, whichever one. They were supposed to take care of this dead individual's belongings. What did this police officer did? The police officer went and gathered all this the deceased stuff, then began to put it away for evidence or whatever, eventually taking the deceased credit card and went to buy a diamond ring from Zales for $3,000. Can you believe that? This is like the bottom of the barrel low. Okay? This is the worst of the worst. And before I criticize anybody, let me say this. A lot of us are people who are what we call closet sinners. Okay? Meaning that we do our devious things in the closet. In other words, if people could have killed you, for those who are watching this video, some of you, and they could get rid of it, chances are you wouldn't have been there. Be watching my video right now. The point is this, okay? There's a lot of people who are doing a lot of things in closed doors, and they believe that as long as they can't, they could get away with it, they'll do it. And, I can't judge this person, the police officer. Again, I'm sorry if I'm being too liberal or whatever, but again, a lot of people do stuff and they do it because they can't. They do it because they can get away with it, and if they cannot get away with it, they wouldn't have done it. Okay? If this officer knew the cost of what it would have brought forth taking that man's credit card, okay, we wouldn't have had this situation today. But she believed that she's taken a dead man's property who's gonna care? Who's gonna take care of it? Trust me, there's a reason why the rich stays rich. Okay? The minute, let me tell you this, and sorry to keep, digressing again. There's people, you see them all of a sudden. I don't have anything, I don't own anything, blah, blah, blah. That's their statement. The minute that person dies, all of a sudden, you start to see people out the woodworks. People that you never seen, you never heard of, you never, imagined existed. This is why funerals sometimes are so confusing and so messy, because people that you never existed all of a sudden starts to show up. Like, where were these people when the person was alive and they need help? So the point is, not because someone passes away, you're going to be able to do something and get away with it. Sometimes it's quite the opposite. And worse, if that individual has money. Okay? That's when it gets crazy. That's when people out of the woodworks start to come in. So, shame on that police officer. But again, I could understand what would propel him or her to do that. The fact that he saw an opportunity, he or her saw an opportunity, they took it and they got caught. But still, at the end of the day, my final point is that it was a terrible thing. Now, moving on to one of the saddest news that happened recently, and that was the death of Mr. Joe Biden's son. For those people who are supporters of Joe Biden, who are supporters of, President George Bush, supporters of the government, supporters of the right wing, the Tea Party, and everybody, we all can agree on one thing, that Joe Biden's son did not deserve to die, to go out so young. It was very disheartening to know that such a young man at 48, a wife with 2 kids, as far as I know, he was a good politician as far as I know, for the little that I know about politics. But in general, it's just, it's just disheartening. And it's a very important tale to remember, and to always remind yourself that this life that we live, it's not guaranteed. Tomorrow is not guaranteed to no man. So it's critical that when you have the opportunity to take hold of it and live your life to the fullest, because you just never know what tomorrow might bring. Okay? So my condolences to Mr. Joe Biden and the entire family for losing your precious son. And it's a very sad situation overall. Moving on now to Mr. B.B. King. Rest in peace, sir. There's been a lot of incidents that people believe that B.B. King's family, believe that the man that was in charge of his money decided to kill B.B. King. And who knows? I'm not there. It's just what the news are saying. So I hope that wasn't the case, but I hope Mr. B.B. King rest in peace. And I continue to pray for his family who have suffered such a great loss. Now, finally, I would just like to tell folks, I've been telling you guys all the time, my new single is coming out soon, so look out for it. It's going to be up on my page. Support your boy DJ Troy, support the whole movement, and, hope to see you guys soon. All right? This is your man, DJ Troy. I'm out. Peace.